Evil Dead Burn, rated R, 2026, horror, 1 hour and 51 minutes. At this point, you really don't go to an Evil Dead movie for the story, you go for the gore, the practical effects, and to see how disgusting and creative the filmmakers can get. Evil Dead Burn delivers on that front, but compared to the last two entries, I walked away a little bit disappointed. Ironically, the movie gets off to an incredible start. The opening sequence featuring the boat, the fish lines, and even the boiling lake is chaotic, creative, and had me hooked. It felt like the film was firing on all four cylinders from the first few minutes. That being said, I was really never invested with the characters, so the story never had the emotional weight needed to make the finale feel like a true climax. It starts at 90 miles per hour and dips a little and then stays at that speed until the credits roll. The characters are pretty functional, but I don't think I'll remember any of them a month or two from now. One of them even felt like a discount Huey from The Boys. They're mostly there to move us from one gruesome set piece to the next. While that's enough for an Evil Dead movie, it wasn't enough to make me care about what had happened between the kills. Thankfully, the set pieces themselves are fantastic. There are some genuinely innovative camera techniques used throughout the film. The fishing sequence was gnarly. The choreography in the overhead shot was well executed. The one-take fight is one of the film's highlights. And the bathtub sequence delivers exactly the kind of brutal, over-the-top violence the franchise is known for. I also appreciated some of the twists on classic Evil Dead tropes. The familiar evil force camera movement returns, but this time there's an actual physical explanation behind it, which is a refreshing change. There's also a clever moment when someone begins reading the passage from the Book of the Dead that usually unleashes the evil, but stops before finishing. The funny part is that the evil was already there before she even started reading. It makes one of horror's oldest "don't read the creepy book" cliches completely pointless. Whether intentional or not, I got a laugh out of that. Not every familiar trope landed though. The isolated house setup is starting to feel a little overused and stale, although the someone trapped in the basement moment feels more like a direct homage to the first film. The bigger issue was the explanation for why everyone stayed put, which felt weaker than it should have. I also found myself questioning some smaller choices that pulled me out of the movie. Bringing a pet to the funeral felt suspiciously convenient. The funeral home scene with the father didn't fully work for me, and the construction workers outside felt like another piece that never really came together. Even a simple wedding video that felt so forced to be made to look old. I don't know, maybe I'm just nitpicking, but these small things do add up. Evil Dead Burn gives fans exactly what they're coming for: creative kills, disgusting practical effects, and several unforgettable gore sequences. I just wish the characters had given me a reason to care about the story connecting those moments. It's a fun, bloody ride, but compared to the last two films, it never reaches the same heights. I think a 6.5 out of 10, maybe a 6.9, almost a 7 on a good day, but that's what I think. Thanks for watching, and have a good one. Quick editor's note, there's two things I left out that I really want to add. I don't think the actors themselves are bad. I think just maybe the script, some writing could have been better. That's about it. I think the characters do work. They just need better writing. And the whole dinner scene felt oddly reminiscent of the Resident Evil dinner scene. I forget which Resident Evil game it is, but you know which one I'm talking about. But I just want to add these last two things in the edit real quick.